So, question 14 is talking about wireless technology. What you've got to be aware of here is what it hasn't asked for in the question is what you need to put into it. It's a really weird one, all right? Many organizations provide free public access to wireless. Explain free legal, ethical, legal, or data. What that means in this case is you could have free in one area, okay? So what you need to do is make sure you relate it though, all right? It says an organization, so think about what businesses do and how generally businesses have customers, they have clients, that sort of thing. Try and relate it to them in some way. But it says free public access to wireless, all right? This is where you've got an opportunity to demonstrate that there are issues that the organization could face. Let me show you, this one you really need to look at the mark scheme rather than me handwriting everything out, okay? So we're going to just go through it. Explanation of at least 3 issues that are clearly related to an organization rather than an end user. So a common error that I often see when I mark these sorts of questions is that it says here, an organization. Sometimes where you fall down is you might say, oh, by accessing free public Wi-Fi, often the data's not encrypted, so my bank details are going to get stolen. That's wrong. You're looking at talking about businesses here. So that's why, to get into the top mark band of that, that's what you should. In terms of guidance, what you could have written about, you could talk about businesses, by having free public Wi-Fi, people in the business could access inappropriate websites while they're doing work. Because it's not got authentication, you don't know who is on what. It's like in school. If we didn't get you to log into accounts, we wouldn't know who was on that computer at that time accessing things. So by putting in authentication, you're able to monitor that a bit better. Time, all right? Time, you can limit the amount of time that they're allowed on the internet, okay? I just talked about accountability there. The identification of users by preventing anonymous access. By having free open Wi-Fi, people can just get on it at all times. In a school setting, there's no, whose responsibility is it to keep people safe? Responsibility is to keep the customer and data safe and secure. By having open, free, public Wi-Fi, often, this is where you show your understanding of the mark scheme here. What's missing from open Wi-Fi? Begins with an E? Encryption. So you could talk that in that point. By having free public Wi-Fi, often it's not encrypted, which means that customers' data is not kept secure when they're accessing it. You could talk about the recording of private messages not being encrypted. So if I've got to send a private message to a client that I don't want other people to see, the message could be intercepted because it's not encrypted. So it's all the security measures that you're thinking about here, all right? So what I'm going to do is stop that. Does anyone have any questions about what they've written down for that I can maybe answer? Are these all areas that we have kind of talked about? Notice in the middle mark screen, it says explanation of one issue and a description. All right? So it needs the issue and the description. The descriptions that shows your understanding of the technical aspect. So I always think, this is why I said to you, have you got the keyword? Have you got the explanation? Always have the two together.